Yeah, g'day folks. I've currently got a bit of time on my hands, so I've got a little project I'm going to complete over the next few days, and it's going to be about bricks. This is going to go onto the All Internationals playlist on YouTube on Mortar matching. So we're going to talk about bricks. It's going to tie in with how to joint properly and the importance of laying your bricks cleanly, so that when cleaned by a brick cleaner, everything comes up nicely. So we're going to cover, this is just going to be a short, we're going to cover bricks. So this is a wire cut brick, very common on especially the volume builds. Yeah, I don't know how they make these bricks. I should look into it, but it doesn't really matter. I think they produce a standard colour, then they either spray on a painted oxide or something. It's not very thick. It sprays over by about 2 mil. And the problem I find with all of these bricks, very common wire cut in Australia now on the volume builds, is when they chip, you get this little bit of colour coming through. So, you know, if I was involved in brick making and design, I'd certainly get that colour to penetrate through maybe, you know, at least maybe 5 mil through the face of the brick. So through the ends of the brick, through the face, and through the other end, at least 5 mil. And that would mean the bottom corners too. So that when they do get picked up and put down against another brick, which is, you know, happens every day, all day, every day on a site, and when they chip that doesn't happen. You still have some colour there. But these are, I'm not saying they're probably the cheapest brick you can get, but it's not high-end quality stuff, and it's produced and designed, in my opinion, for volume builds. When I say volume builds, I'm talking about big builds, you know. Lots of units the same, or big unit developments. Anyhow, so we're going to talk about bricks. We're going to look at them just quickly. Your standard Aussie wire cut brick. Then I'm going to build a little wall up here on my table, temporary, and we're going to talk about the mortar, how the mortar was mixed and should be mixed. We're going to talk about what sand and lime and cement ratios and what I use. Then we're going to lay the bricks, and we're going to talk about how cleanly we take the mortar off our bricks as we're laying, and the importance of keeping your facework nice and clean and tidy. And then we'll talk about the timing of your jointing. So most of the volume builds are roll jointed or rendered. A lot of stuff gets rendered these days, but the facework is usually roll jointed or cut flush. We're going to talk about how you approach your roll jointing, just like I did on that first video about jointing up properly. So the timing of it, and then how we do it, we go through it, and then we cut it off, and then we brush it lightly at the right time, this is, and then we go over it again at the right time. And that'll be about it, I think. So bricks, sand, mud, cement, lime, jointing, what else is there? And then washing down. So if the bricks do have a few little stones on them, we'll talk about washing it down. And once again, I'm going to talk about you guys taking on your jobs and taking on the acid cleaning or the washing of the brickwork at the end of the job, just so you guys can get back on track and start doing it properly. And this is for all internationals on the All Internationals playlist. Some guys know all this stuff, but the older I get and the more I see these days, the dirtier the brickwork's getting, and the harder the cleaner has to hit the wall, and it's a bit of a schmozzle. So I don't see anybody teaching anybody, especially new people to the bricklaying industry, possibly from different countries. Nobody's teaching them. I don't see anybody teaching them how to joint up and present their work properly. And that's what I want to do, because I'm passionate about bricklaying and passionate about quality. And people are buying houses, they're spending, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're not getting good quality work on some of these jobs. There's some awesome brickies out there, way better than me, and you know, they do all the good work. They know how to do it, and they pass that on and down to their apprentices and their direct workers. But that sort of information doesn't get out to everybody. So usually when people are entering the bricklaying scene here in Australia, they're just going along with whatever their boss is telling them, or their partner, or whoever they've teamed up with, or whoever the builder is, and they start laying bricks, and it becomes normal for them because it gets accepted. I don't know how some of this work gets accepted, but it is. What I aim to do, hope to do, is not focus on any of the negative stuff, but just try and improve the quality and the awareness of how the standards are here in Australia for even for volume builds, you know, really high-end stuff right down to, you know, mass-produced volume homes. There is a standard, an Australian standard, and there's an Australian expectation on how that should look and be, and I can see it slipping away, and you know, I've got some time on my hands, I'm passionate about the industry. I want to see if I can turn that around a little bit and stop its rapid decline. It feels to me now that it's a rapid decline, and a lot of builders are going to turn away from bricks because of that reason. But then what are they going to use? You know, I can see a lot of foam and garbage going up also. So let's stop the decline, especially on the volume builds. Bring the level and standards back up just a whisker, slowly, and that's what my aim is to do. Once again, I'm not a guru, I'm just a brickie who's laid bricks most of his life. Started at 16, I'm no hero. I don't see anybody else training new people into the industry. There's very few apprentices these days. All of the TAFEs are suffering. They've only got about 25 or 30 students in total, so that's a problem. I don't see the government training international bricklayers or people coming to the country and laying bricks and presenting you know, the right standards to these new bricklayers. And there's some brickies that have been here for, you know, 10, 15, 20 years that have got still got poor standards because they think it's normal. So once again, there's a heap of good guys out there too, but you know, not everybody's on YouTube or Facebook or whatever talking about bricklaying. And like I said, the government's not training anyone, TAFE's not training anyone, so I'm going to give it a crack. Why not? So you're either going to like it or you're not. So if you like it, you stay, subscribe. If you don't like it, catch you later. Best of luck.